Hey folks, David Frost, LazyGapTrader.com. In this video, we're going to discuss gap trading. We're getting into the heart of earnings season, and that is absolutely a gap trading trader's dream. Because during earnings season, stocks tend to move in one direction or the other, larger than the norm at the open because of their earnings releases, whether they come after the bell or before the bell. Either way, we get stocks moving, and that creates opportunity. In my course at Lazy Gap Trader, I teach two specific gap trading strategies. One is the morning gap trades, which we're going to be talking about in a minute. And the second is the gap fill strategy, which is also taught in the course, which is another strategy that you can utilize during the trading day to find quick either day trades or scalp trades. Everything we do, we go home flat at the end of the night. And the idea is to build up our profits little by little as they compound and our account sizes grow. So in this video, let's talk about the morning gap trades. And we had three potential gap trades today. I'm going to show you the email that goes out to subscribers. This is a separate service. I offer my gap trades each and every day to those that want them for a monthly subscription fee. I give a 2-week trial on this, and specifically those that have bought the course would benefit the most out of the morning gap trades, out of receiving my morning gap trades, because they understand the methodology. So they understand which trades to take, which trades may not be the best trades any longer if we're already at 11 or 12 or 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Things change during the trading day, and you need to be aware of those changes. So let's take a look at the email that went out this morning to subscribers, and then we'll go through some of the trades. So today we had 3 possible gap trades. It was a little thin. There wasn't a lot of opportunity out there today, but that'll change as we get into the heart of earnings season. So the first one we had was RYI. That was a gap lower. We had EDU, another gap lower, and we had TS, another gap lower. TS didn't come close to its level, so it's off the chart. It becomes a no trade. But the other two were interesting. So RYI we're going to talk about. I say gap lower. Support levels are 14.28 and 13.15. I gave 2 levels. And a stop and profit target is only about 10 to 15 cents. Now that's a small trade because it's a lower price stock, but it's all based on percentage terms. The second one was EDU. This was a bit of a heartbreaker today. We're going to take a look at this in depth. I say gap lower. Support level is 39.95. I only gave 1 level. That was a good level, and I thought it would be a very, very great opportunity for a gap trade today. Stop and profit target is about 40 cents. So let's go over to the charts, and first let's take a look at EDU. Now EDU is known as a heartbreaker. We're looking at a daily chart. Let's look at a 10, well, first of all, you see the 39.95, the trend line running across the screen. 39.95 was the buy level that we cited in the morning email for my gap traders. The low today, unfortunately, was $40.01. Let's show you the low. $40.01. So we missed the level by 6 cents, and look what happened. It took off to the upside. Let's look at a 10-minute chart, get a more magnified view. So this happens, and some traders may have taken that level, but I only take levels at the actual price specified. Unfortunately, it didn't hit the level and took off to the upside. But the reason I want to show you this one, even though it was a miss, meaning we didn't get to trade EDU, you can see here off the daily chart that the important thing to realize is the power of these levels. Just one more trade lower, down 6 cents, and we would have gotten filled on this trade, and it took off to the upside, over $4 on the upside. That would have been an enormous win, and that happens pretty frequently, believe it or not. But what I wanted to show you, even though this was a no trade, I wanted to show you the power of the levels that I teach you in the course at Lazy Gap Trader how to get for yourself. Realize that some of these are going to hit their levels, and you're going to get the $4 or $4.50 gainer in just a matter of hours or even minutes sometimes. So the power of the levels is the reason why I'm pointing this out. It's a very unbelievably profitable strategy when you can learn how to trade these gaps for yourself. Let's go ahead and take a look at RYI. We'll bring that chart up. And here's the daily chart of RYI. You can see the 14.28. Let's go over to the shorter time frame on a 10-minute chart and look to see what happens. So the stock opened down. Okay, it was opening yesterday. It closed at 1626, and today's open was 1492. That's enough of a drop for us to get interested to find a gap level, which means we're looking for a level where the price is likely to have a reaction in the other direction. And that's exactly what we saw here. Unfortunately, RYI traded through the gap level by just a few pennies, and some traders that put in hard stops will have been stopped out based on the recommendation or the recommended stop level. That happens. We win about 74, 75% of the time. So you need to realize that about 25% of the time, we're also going to have trades that don't work out in our favor. But the interesting thing is, the winners have more than a 3% gain, and the losers have less than a 1% gain. So when you look at that, if we're winning 75% of the time, and when we're winning a 3% gain, our losses are very minimal at best. And this is a winning strategy, no two ways about it. But as you can see, even though the level pierced through a little bit on RYI, just a few minutes later the stock started up and hit a high of $14.72 that would have represented, for anybody that was still in the trade, a maximum gain of about 44 cents. And on a percentage basis, that's about a 3% gain. So it stays pretty consistent. Unfortunately, RYI came down just a few pennies more than we would anticipate. And on these low-price stocks, that can happen sometimes. Sometimes traders can have a little bit wider of a stop on stocks like this. But nevertheless, the point is, again, just to display the power of these levels. A stock that's gapping down at the open, I can teach you how to identify a level where the stock is likely or has the highest probability of having a price reaction in the other direction. That's the power of gap trading. That's the power of what you can learn how to do for yourself and grow your account size accordingly. So therefore, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I'm David Frost, LazyGapTrader.com. Thanks for tuning in, folks.